Okay, and this is Duncan's Week Four's um, fourth feedback video. He kind of blows off the teeter. I don't hear you give him a verbal release there. I'm not sure what your release cue is, but it doesn't. It looks kind of like right now it's just that he just kind of you're happy with him just going down to the bottom of the teeter and running off. Um, I don't know if that's what you really want. Maybe we could talk about it next week, I guess, in person if that's you can be working with probably you'll be working with Amy on contacts. Oh, I'm sorry, Lindsay. Um, she'll probably yell at you. um, okay, Lindsay's nice. I'm just kidding. I would yell at you more than she would. In other words, she will help you with that. Okay, so I understand you're struggling with this whole line of jumps, and there he goes off and skips that. So so a couple of things when we're struggling with this. I understand that the roof is dripping there. Unfortunately, that happens once in a while. It's the nature of this style of building that we have, and we're not moving anytime immediately soon. So it's something that our dogs have to get used to a little bit. Um, but I understand that it can happen and throw off people and dogs. So this is what I would recommend that you do in the future when you're struggling with something, especially say something like this. When it's almost a straight line from the table to the tunnel, but it's just not quite a straight line. You will encounter this a lot, like a ton, in your AKC agility career. Judges love to do this. If this was like a 90-degree turn, then it would be like, well, yeah, I have to put in a cross, right? If these three jumps were like if we kick this jump, the middle jump, if we kick this over about like 10 feet or so, and the path was like that, then it would be very clear that we had this line and then you had the tunnel, right? So you'd have like some kind of side change there or whatever. If they were in a perfectly straight line, then it's really clear and obvious, okay, we can just run it. Judges love to do lines like this though, where it's just off a little bit. So you have to decide whether it's off enough to put in a cross or just handle it all from one side. And then your dog needs to have some understanding and some good commitment to be able to veer off his line just a little bit, enough to take these jumps. And we don't have that yet, as evidenced by he keeps like missing these jumps. So here's what I would recommend that you do. I would either back chain or forward chain. Your choice. The difference being, you could have him, you could lead out to here, have him go and take that jump, and he gets paid. And then I would lead out to here and have him go and take these two jumps and then pay him. The key words being here, pay him. And then I would lead out to here and he would take this jump, and then he would get paid. And then he would stay, and then he would take that jump, and then this jump, and then get paid. See the pattern here? So that would be forward chaining. The other way you could do this, probably more common, probably slightly better for most dogs, is to back chain this. And to back chain this, I would stand all the way up here at this green jump. I will put him right there, and I would have him take the green jump and pay him. And then I would put him back here where he would land from that double jump. I would stand here and I would have him run and take the green jump and pay him. Then I would have him on the takeoff side of this double jump. And I would come out here and I would have him take the double and then the green and pay him. And then I'd put him at the landing side of this purple jump. So he'd have to run, take the double, take this, and then pay him. So the difference being, and so on and so forth. So we get all the way back to the table. That's a lot of pay. And it should be, because he should be being paid a lot to do this, because this is a skill that you're going to need for your whole career, like I mentioned. And it's not clear and it's not obvious, and you don't have that skill yet. So we got to pay him for it. Back chaining, the reason back chaining is a little bit more common, probably a little better for most. If you noticed when I said back chaining, the second example of that is he's always getting paid after he does that green jump in that case. And the kind of, or you could have him do the tunnel. That's after the green and get paid. And back chain from that tunnel. But the thing is, the reason that works so well is because dogs know where they're going to get paid. And so they tend to like it because they can develop confidence that they're going to get paid at that spot every time. Let's say it's at the end of this tunnel. But I'm going to end, and we are going to end here by saying that this SERP line is your best one. So that is awesome. So it's a great way to end this. What I like about the SERP line is you hesitate the least, and if you notice that your toes stayed the straightest, and you stayed on this path the best. Not perfect, but getting there. So you got better with each of your SERPs, and you finished it really strong here. So great job with that SERP line.